We are continuing on with Exploring Creation with Zoology 3, Land Animals of the Sixth Day. We are on Lesson 3. This is the third lesson that we have had from Lesson 3. Eleanor is joining us today. You want to say hello, Eleanor? You want to say hello? Hi. And we have Gwynnie, who still doesn't want to say hello. And we have Edward.
Hello. I'm sad.
Oh, Edward is sad. And we have Winry down there. Okay, so we are on polar bears. This is a picture of a polar bear.
Is it not a long one?
Nope, it is a short one because we read such a long history on it. So let's begin. Polar bears are black. I know that doesn't seem right, but it is. Their skin is black, which allows them to soak up as much warmth as possible from the sun. Over the black skin, the bears have clear air-filled hairs that appear whitish yellow. These help them blend in with the snowy surroundings of the Arctic habitat. They are one of the largest carnivores in the world. Males can weigh more than 1,500 pounds and can stand up to 11 feet tall. That is massively bigger than your daddy. Females are smaller, but they are still impressive. Because grizzly bears and polar bears sometimes have overlapping territories, they have been known to mate, producing grizzly bears. Scientists classify polar bears and brown bears as different species because of their different features. However, as creationists, we think these bears are still part of the same kind that God created on the sixth day. Polar bears have adapted to swimming quite well and can hold their breath for almost 2 minutes. They use their huge front paws that are slightly webbed between the toes to paddle through the water. In addition, their long hair sticks together when they are wet, forming a watertight barrier to protect the skin. Did you guys see the picture of the polar bears?
Yes.
Aw, they're so cute.
They are so cute.
But they're not.
Ella, did you want to see?
Are they not bad?
Well, you wouldn't want to meet a polar bear. They can be quite deadly.
Why not? Would I not want to eat them?
Neat,
Why not?
because they can be quite deadly. Polar bears have adapted to swim quite well and can hold their breath for almost 2 minutes. I read that. In addition, their long hair sticks together when they are wet, forming a watertight barrier that protects their skin. In the summer, polar bears often eat plants, but they can never give up eating meat. Their favorite food is the ringed seal. They'll swim up to 60 miles from shore looking for this delicacy. They often wade around breaks in the ice. When a seal comes up to the surface of the water to breathe, it is grabbed. Also, during the spring, mother seals build little snow piles on top of the ice. That's where they put their pups. Polar bears sniff out the pups, breaking into the chamber and eating them. Because seals, walruses, and whales must come to the water surface for breathing air, polar bears often prey on them as well. Once again, a polar bear will wait near breaks in the ice for these mammals to surface and breathe. When they come up, the bear claws or bites the animal, dragging it into the ice. Sometimes, if the bear spots a seal on the ice, it will slowly and silently move towards it. Once it is about 50 feet away, it charges at top speed before the creature can escape. Though these creatures are enormous and heavy, they can run at almost 25 miles per hour. That's as fast as we drive through town, through Noni's town. Some people say that the Earth is experiencing a global warming because of pollution and that these threaten the polar bears. That's not really true. Careful measurement of Earth's average temperature over the past 30 years shows no significant warming trend, so the idea that the globe is warming has little scientific support. If you want to learn more about global warming, visit the course website I told you about in the introduction. But for now, let's just talk about polar bears. Because polar bears live on the ice, some people are afraid that they will become extinct if the ice begins to melt in the Arctic. Although I don't think that there's a scientific evidence to support this idea that the Earth is warming up enough for this to happen, let's discuss what would happen if two polar bears if it did. And here's a picture of a polar bear waiting for a mammal to surface to break the ice.
Supposed to have a lot of people in here.
So it can eat it. Edward, gentle.
I think you lost all of the people in here.
Okay, listen please. Polar bears survive just as well on land as they do on ice. In fact, many of them spend the summer on land. Often, Edward, that's too loud. Often seals haul out on land rather than ice, so polar bears could still hunt seals even if ice was not around. Further, polar bears in captivity thrive on fish, fruit, and vegetables. This is not their normal diet. But if a lack of ice made it impossible for them to hunt seals, they could easily adapt to the kind of food polar bears in captivity eat. The polar bear population is not in danger because of melting ice. In fact, the polar bear population has exploded in the last 40 years, growing from 5,000 bears to 25,000. After doing a huge 25,000, that's how many. After doing a lot. After doing a huge study of the worldwide polar bear population,
Papa's?
I don't know how to explain that number to you. Widely respected polar bear authority Dr. Mike Taylor said, "We're seeing an increase in bears that's really unprecedented. So we need not worry about these white giants." And then we're going to read about the sun bears and be done. This is a picture of a sun bear. It's super cute. The short, yep.
Is it black?
Yeah, it's black with, I'm going to show you, Anna. It's black with those really pretty markings on it. The short, sleek fur and golden markings tell you that it's a sun bear. Oh, here you go. That is what a sun bear looks like. You see it? Right there. Okay, here we go.
Can I show them my picture?
When we're done reading. Perhaps Winnie the Pooh was modeled after a sun bear. These slow, sleepy bears are about the size of a large dog, standing 3 or 4 feet high, making them the smallest bear on earth. That means that they're smaller than me, and they're about,
Are they in the water?
they could be about Edward's size.
Are those things?
Nope, they're not in the water. He's in the rock. These ones were on the ice. Making them the smallest bears on earth.
What's under the ice?
Water. This is why they're called dog. Oh, no, that's right. This is why they're called dog bears and sometimes kept as pets. They're omnivores, mostly craving bees and their honey, termites, and worms. Some bears extract their food from holes and crevices with a long up to 10-inch long tongue. Okay, guys, listen. So you remember my ruler? The ruler that I have hanging up for my sewing?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 inches is about out to here. Can you imagine if you had a 10-inch long tongue? That would be a very long tongue.
And then you could talk a lot.
You'd have a lot of tongue to talk with. With their sleek, short hair, they are perfectly suited for the tropic forests of Southeast Asia in which they live. They are usually black in color with golden faces and a golden sun shape on their chest. Eleanor, I'm going to lay you down in just a minute. We're almost done. Being nocturnal, they spend most of their days in trees, sleeping in the lower branches and eating the fruits that grow there.
On the ice.
Yeah, those are the polar bears. And then these are the sun bears that we just read about. And that is it. Can you guys say goodbye?
Goodbye. Do you see this? I just wrote down. I hear, then I wrote down in the side.
Okay, they saw it.
I just opened that.
Ellie, you want to say goodbye?
Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a nice day. And my dad was sleeping, and he said be quiet. I was being quiet. Like
You were being noisy still, Edward. Your dad was being thoughtful towards me. Okay, goodbye.